I always take great pride and honor about speaking on this resolution because, as Senator Lanza so aptly put it, this is one of the few resolutions that, regardless of what you may believe or what you may believe in or what you may think of, that we come to an agreement, a unanimous agreement, that this was one of the greatest human beings to walk the face of the earth. Martin Luther King Jr.'s celebration day must be more than a day off. It has to be a day of service. And I got to worship with people of different faiths, different genders and different colors. I worshiped with Senator Biaggi, worshiped with Senator Ramos on King Day, Mr. President, Senator Benjamin, Senator Parker. So many people look at that day as a day of service. And I'm sure many of you in districts that were further away from my hometown worshiped in your own special way. It's more than a street name, folks. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the greatest people that we could know. He was born in a great year, 1929. The reason why that's a great year because that was the year that the original J.T. Bailey was born, James T. Bailey in Selma, North Carolina. So 1929 was a great year for me. I reflect upon great men from the year of 1929 that have changed the world. My grandfather changed the world for me, made me who I am. Without the leadership of Dr. King, I don't know how he develops into the man that he was. I always like to remind us that Martin Luther King Jr. died at the age of 39. And I look at myself as a man of 36 years old, and I always wonder, wow, what am I doing wrong? It's not what I'm doing wrong, it's what he did right. He gave his life to service, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. King said famously, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about those things that matter. And regardless of what you believe on each side of the aisle, whatever political affiliation you may have, you should not be silent about what matters to you. That is something that unites us. You know, as a father, I resonate more now with the I Have a Dream speech than ever. I know it's the most popular one, and there's so many different things we can point to. The letter from the Birmingham jail, the amazing thing he said at the Berlin Wall about how Leader Stewart Cousins referenced about God, all God's children on either side of the wall. But I think about when Dr. King said, my 4 little children will one day, and as a father of 2 daughters, Giada and Karina, I still long for that day. I long for that day that they can not worry about who's what color. You know, my oldest, she came home from school on Friday, and she said, Daddy, we learned about somebody named Mr. King. Who's Mr. King? Martin King. Martin King? Oh, Giada, you mean Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Yes, Dad. You know what they taught us about him? What, Giada? That no matter what color you are, all children can play together. I get emotional thinking about this, thinking about my children growing up in a place where race can be used to divide them. Religion can be used to divide them. My kids don't give a damn what color you are. All they know is love. And that is the attitude that we have to have more in this chamber, more in this state, more in this country. As Common famously said, waiting for the Lord to rise and look into my daughter's eyes and realize I'm going to learn through her. The Messiah might even return through her. If I'm going to do it, I got to change the world through her. It's about our kids, folks. We can't continue to tear each other down because of beliefs. We can no longer afford to do that. We talk about how much financially things cost. What's the human cost of these things, ladies and gentlemen? And I bring it back to my leader. They quoted me in a story in Newsday about Leader Stewart Cousins and Speaker Hasty, my mentor, Carl, and my leader, Andrea. And they put my name in the same article as legends. Legends. Basil Patterson, Percy Sutton, Mayor David Dinkins, Charlie Rangel, Andrea Stewart Cousins. My name was in the same article. That is what Dr. King stood for. You talk about breaking glass ceilings. Well, the glass has long been broken. It's decimated. And because of people like Dr. King, the sky's the limit for all of us. Thank you, Mr. President.